There is a buzz in the air in the sold-out arena here in Indianapolis, Indiana. With Brent Barry and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan, and David Aldridge will be joining us on the sideline as well. We'll see the Indiana Pacers defending home turf in the Eastern Conference. Early in the regular season here, some teams off and running, but Brent, if you've had a talented roster that's not coming together yet, what steps do you take to try to get that compass pointed in the right direction?
Well, I guess it depends on the players that you're looking at, Kevin. If you've made a move in the offseason with a veteran guy who you thought was going to do A, B, and C, and you only see him do A, then maybe you got to think about the lineup needs some tinkering. But if it's younger guys and still guys who are trying to develop, and now you're asking them to expand their games, I think you got to err on the side of being patient to see what might transpire over the course of the entirety of the season.
All right, let's set the floor courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, the two stars, LeBron and Love, making up the forward positions. Thomas and Smith teaming up in the backcourt. And it's Thompson in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Now, gentlemen, two shots. Two shots.
And he can't get the first one. And you see Bogdanovich, 6'8" at times, listed at shooting guard. GA, is he a 2?
No. If anything, I think he's often better defending power forwards than he is against the wings, in part because you're not going to look to post that position in the way the game is played today. This guy is skilled and tough, but doesn't have the great foot speed defensively, so I think that's to his advantage to guard those guys.
Now here's LeBron. Thomas with the ball, picked up by Collison. James kicks to Thompson. It's good.
Tristan not worrying in the least about the defense that time, just powering through. And Tristan Thompson, more of a center's game in a 6'9" frame, especially with the way small ball has gone. He has the ability to hold his own down on the inside. That combination of long arms, strength, the quick jumping, and the willpower to dominate, that's put Tristan Thompson on the map.
On the free throw, no good. And for Thompson, the downside to playing him at center is he is not a big-time shot blocker.
Well, he does have good mobility in the pick and roll, Kevin, and he covers the smaller men on the switches. But you're right, as soon as you get around the rim, sometimes Tristan Thompson is not able to get vertical and challenge some shots out there.
And here are the Cavaliers now.
Yeah, some history here, though. Of course, they won that first-round series in last year's playoffs and ended up sending them packing.
And once James takes off towards the basket, the defense really has no chance to react and or stop him. What determination from the King there.
Here's Bogdanovich following the basket by LeBron James. Turner with a screen on Thomas. Back to Bogdanovich. Lets it go with a three. Kept alive by Indiana. Young's shot is off.
Well, from our angle, that looked like that was going in. But defense, fantastic how they contested it.
And it's sent back by Turner. To the inside. And stolen by James. Lets it go from deep. Another miss by LeBron. Collison. That shot off. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Cavaliers lead by 3. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And a chance to hear from LeBron James as he talked about the challenge of remaining calm and collected throughout the ups and downs of the NBA season.
me, at a younger age, I was never even keel. We would win a playoff game when I was younger. I was excited out of my mind, and then you would lose, and I was the worst person in the world. But I think at this point in my career, I kind of stay even. One game shouldn't affect the next game. You know, you go out and play as hard as you can, live with the results.
Again, just another part of the maturation process for LeBron. He's become such the consummate pro.
He is absolutely as solid and steady as a rock at this point in his career. Nothing rattles him, nothing throws him off his game.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at the Cavaliers' performance here, what do you guys see?
I mean, through that first quarter, to me, it's all about their D.
There's a lot of ways to build a lead. This one's built on stops.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. Korver and LeBron are the wings. Kevin Love out there with Jay Crowder. And it's Rose in at the 1 spot.
And you love to see Rose aggressively looking to score on the inside.
And it's really all about the evolution of Derrick Rose, finding out how to be more effective at this stage of his career. And, you know, I think he's done a good job of not relying on his outside shot as much. Still can attack and get to the rim, and it's starting to lead to better results.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Guys, Tristan Thompson has one of the longest consecutive games played streaks in NBA history. He said, the mind's a powerful thing. And if you tell your brain everything is all right, you'd be surprised on the stuff you can achieve. We have the mental toughness to push through our limits. That's how you become great and test yourself as a player. Kevin?
Well, David, Thompson's certainly a mentally strong player. Always nice to have someone you can rely on night in and night out.
I think about LeBron James, and it's not about the job, it's how you do the job. And he's been a professional every season that he's been in the association.
And the first one at the line is good. For Rose, the outside shot was something that never really recovered after his injuries, Greg, but he is still a dangerous scorer without that tool.
One of the better finishers still at the rim in the league in terms of guards. His decision to go inside more helped bump that field goal percentage up last season. Not everyone can adjust their game, but Rose managed to do it seamlessly.
And both free throws good for LeBron.
And I'm just not sure the league has ever seen a more intimidating slasher than LeBron James. A 6'8" bullet train. He's so strong, so quick, and if he gets a shoulder on you, watch out. And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Shumpert with it. Thomas a screen. 4 on the shot clock. And a miss there on the triple. Bogdanovich. That shot missing. And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers with a 6-point lead at the end of the quarter. Their defense has been terrific in this game. We come back right after this.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Ernie Johnson here with Shaq and Kenny, and a favorite time of the year as we're halfway through one of the first games of this fresh NBA season. The first quarter for the Cavaliers was fairly even. They were unable to ever build a big lead in the first period, with 3 points being their largest cushion. For the Cavaliers, Kenny, what did you see from them?
Well, they showed a lot of discipline on offense, called some high percentage plays. Even when the defense devised different looks, they always seem to have the answer. That's good coaching.
Shaq, your take on Indiana.
Well, they're definitely struggling with their offensive efficiency. Anytime you're shooting in the low 30s from the floor, you're not going to put yourself in a position to win. They look too predictable right now. They need to do a better job of adjusting to what they're seeing from the defense.
That's it for halftime. Glad you could join us, as now we send you back to the action for the start of the third quarter.
Welcome back, everyone. The second half about to get underway, and it's been a close one so far. Hey, Brent, looking at the mental aspect of the game, we usually think about crafty veterans, but who are some of the craftiest young players that you see right now?
That's a good question, Kevin. I might have a few surprise answers for you. How about Tyler Johnson, maybe? Malcolm Brogdon in Milwaukee last year, who showed some things as an older rookie playing 4 years in college at Virginia. Chris Dunn, he's got a bit of trickery to him. And the last guy I'll throw out there is Joe Ingles. Has a little spice to his game when he's got the basketball in Utah.
Young and Turner up front. Collison and Oladipo pair at the 1 and the 2. And it's Bogdanovich in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And the first one at the line is good.
And Thaddeus Young he's got a unique offensive skill set. I mean, he really is able to score over bigger players with just an array of little hooks and floaters and off-balance shots in the lane.
That one is no good. And Greg, at about 6'8", what is it that enables Young to finish so well inside?
I think it's more finesse than power. Not a lot of free throws for him, but he can get his shot off quickly before the shot blockers have time to gather.
Thomas against Collison. Over Thomas. Shot is good, and the Cavaliers lead cut to just 5 on the basket from Collison.
One of the better shots in his arsenal. Someone has to rotate.
LeBron with it. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. Fires, high post, and it's good off the back of the rim and in. James has got 6 points.
Well, he has a knack for burying some difficult shots. LeBron doing it again.
Collison with a screen on Thomas. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. Collison. Here's Turner. The stupendous finish in traffic. Turner's got his first basket.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
Screen by Smith. LeBron passes to Love. To the inside. And it's Thompson with the jam.
I admire how well Love is playing on the offensive end, realizing that one of his teammates is open, so get him the ball.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Oladipo sets the screen for Bogdanovich. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. J.R. Smith picks one up. Indiana shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
And he knocks down the first one.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
And that one goes in. 2 from the line that time.
The lead's not looking as comfortable after those free throws. Nice job.
Outside Rose. Over Joseph. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
And the defense tried to slow him down, but Derrick Rose just a handful. He gets around the rim.
And so it's the Cleveland Cavaliers bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They have made it very tough to get a shot off against them. Their defense has been stifling. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play getting started. The Cavaliers leading by 7. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, Amon Shumpert is out there with Jay Crowder. Then there's Kyle Korver. Then there's Derrick Rose. And it's Thompson in at the 5. Now here's Crowder. And it's Rose missing. Pass to Joseph. To the left side wing. Robinson on target from 13 feet. Robinson's got the first points up on the board here in the fourth for the Pacers. And here are the Cavaliers. Rose in the post. He's covered by Joseph. And a good offensive board. And he gets the bucket. And that's now 6 points for Tristan Thompson. And Joseph kicks to Stevenson. Here's Jefferson. Somehow ignores the tight D and gets the layup.
Yeah, the job he does inside is just phenomenal. Jefferson can make defenders look silly when he's in the post. That's how good his moves are.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. They lead by 5. 1:11 left to play here in the fourth. So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Miles Turner, he's checked in for Jefferson. Young comes in for Domantas Sabonis. Oladipo, he's checked in for Glenn Robinson III. And it's Collison in for Joseph. Then for the Cavaliers, Kevin Love's checked in for Shumpert. Smith comes in for Kyle Korver. And Thomas subbed in for Rose. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, guys, I know you've worked hard. I know you're a little tired, but we got to dig deep right now and find a way. Take a deep breath, and let's get it done. Kevin, we'll see how they respond.
Crowder against Stevenson. Crowder dishes to Thomas. Clock at 6. Smith outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Thompson. Time called here. Indiana decides to talk it over. They're trailing by 7. 20 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Guys, your thoughts?
And just trying to salvage anything at this point, even if it's just some momentum heading into the next one.
Well, it's all about doing your best with the time that you've been given. It's the only thing really that you can control as a player. So let's see what they decide to run.
Chance now to recognize our Jordan player of the game, Tristan Thompson.
And his percentage from the field tonight seems almost made up. I didn't think it was possible to have that kind of success shooting the basketball. You need a little bit of luck, a bunch of hard work, and a whole lot of talent.
There must be something about playing in a hostile environment that drives him. He is really fed off that. The offensive rebound from deep. Stevenson. Yes! And now they trail by just 4.
It's as if these guys are out here just playing pickup basketball. No deterrent from the defense.
Neither side right now seems interested in getting stops consistently. These coaches have to be pulling their hair out.
And that's an intentional foul.
You know what? Smart foul. You got to try and extend the game.
Two shots.
And the first of two, no good. Heartbreaker. That's off as well, so he misses both. Timeout called the Pacers. They're behind by 4. 11 seconds left in the fourth quarter. What's your take, guys?
Well, I mean, if they can score, then they're going to have to foul immediately.
Well, I'm sure that's part of the discussion, not whether to foul, but maybe who.
And for 3, Collison doesn't go for him.
Well executed, great rhythm. You've got to finish that one.
Well, it's like Thanksgiving out there, carving out space off the screen. Just couldn't complete the play.
Shooting 2.
It's the first, and that puts them up by 5.
J.R. Smith is a straight gunner. He's just a guy who wants to shoot every time he touches the ball.
So he gets them both, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Tons of credit there on the focus level to stay calm in a huge moment, and he ices the game.
So we see the Cavaliers get the win here. This was a hard-fought, well-earned victory for them, Greg. They really had to work for this win.
That's a good point. I mean, weaker teams might have buckled at the end with the crowd amped up, everyone in the building kind of rooting against you, but they stood tall and pulled it out.
Well said. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thanks, Kevin. Hey, LeBron, congrats on the win. What do you think made the difference tonight?
Defense. We made our mark defensively. We understand that for the long term, we have to defend at a high level. We've been doing that.
It does start at that end, LeBron. Congrats again. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David. Great job. Thanks so much. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Greg Anthony, Brett Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. So long.